belt has butthole, but I said buttholes.
Waste my time trying to figure out why you playing games. What's this all about? I can't believe it hurt me. You girl were different. What you see,
Okay. Jacket, Zara. Yeah, she's a look. She is a look. Hey stars, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Zara haul vlog situation. More things, not just Zara too, in this vlog. This is gonna be a good one. I ordered a few things from Zara. You know, they're heavy in spring right now, and there was a new drop that just happened. And yeah, I ordered a few things. And then I went into the mall, went to Lenox Mall here in Atlanta. One of my girlfriends is in town. And I wasn't supposed to buy anything, but I found a few things. I found a pair of jeans that you guys definitely want to stay tuned for. I even wore the jeans before even sharing them. Like, I wore them the day I picked them up. That's how good they are. I bumped into some of you all-stars. Shout out to you guys that I bumped into when on that shopping visit. But yes, there were a lot of great stuff at the Lenox location, so we pick up even more. And I come back home and I have a package from JLUXLABEL, so there's more. And then I've got a few things from this really cool brand, B.Encore, especially if you are a corporate girly and you kind of like, you know, very clean, classic polished pieces. I've got some really good stuff. So we've got that, but in addition to that, I go to my first crab roll. I've never done that before. That was really good. That was a good experience. What else? Do a little laser update, trying to figure out my bag wall and clean up my office. There's just a lot of fun little things here and there happening. You know, just, you know, life is not so boring. I'm looking through my phone so I don't forget any of the things that I've done. Because, oh yes, see, I forgot. I was actually on a really good panel. So for Melanin and Mimosas, and I'll share some clips from that too. The outfit that I put together for that was amazing. Funny enough, but I still have to take, there's a lot. Anywho, I'm not going to bore you. I'm not just going to keep on going and rambling. Just watch the video. You'll see all the stuff. We're still trying to figure out my bag wall and all of that. So the goal is to do that before I end this video. So to do that before the end of the day. But first and foremost, we're going to try on all the stuff from Zara. I've got the bags hanging, all of that. So yes, without further ado, let's try on some clothes and let's decide what we're going to keep, return, or wait for sale. Let's get into it. Oh, I almost forgot. Can we have a moment for my outfit? I know it's a bit more casual, cool, but the polo and then these white barrel pants, crop pants, I'm obsessed with them. Both pieces are from Mustopia. You guys would have probably seen them in when I did my bag evaluation. Yes, so some of my new and spring pieces. And then I have this waist trainer, so it's kind of really snatching my waist. Anyhow, now let's try these things on. Okay, so I feel like I usually start these things off with a bang, and the first piece I'm just obsessed with, and I'm like, everybody has to get it. This, not so much. But before I share my biases, let's just go over the item itself. It's this beautiful dress. It's got the tie-dye situation going off with the green hem. You've got the orange, and then this yellowy kind of beige situation happening. You also have this tie neck collar that also has the same detail. So off the bat, it's pretty interesting. The fabric itself is very lightweight. I'm assuming this is a natural fiber because it's very, very lightweight, but it feels really good. And at $180 price point, I don't believe they would try to charge almost $200 with taxes for a piece that's not real fiber from Zara. It's got pockets, so that's great. It also comes in a solid. The length is good. It's a true midi length. The belt goes in through. There's like an opening and it ties around you. So when you're putting it on, just be very observant, because when I originally put it on, it just was hanging off my body. I didn't tie the belt properly. And then also the belt has I said buttholes. The belt has buttonholes. They're not tight enough for me. So in order to give myself a bit more shape, I'm just tied it to the side. So that's an option. If you also find that the belt is just too big. In order to get into it, there are no zippers anywhere. There are no buttons. You literally just have to put it over your head. So I just put a scarf over my hair and got into it, tied it to the side. So as you can see, it's beautiful. But for me, it's just not doing much for me. Like, it's really pretty and I can style this up. When I'm looking at it on me, it looks really good. It looks really good. When I put it on, it's just like, what the hell is this? I'm not even gonna lie. My first, when I put it on, I'm like, what the fudge? I'm like, this never happens that the first piece I put on, I'm just like, bleh. But, this is why styling is so important. There are some things that just have no hanger appeal. Once I tied the scarf and made this a little more singed, and now I'm looking at myself, I'm like, oh, it's actually not bad at all. A brown strappy sandal. I've got these really cool Cult Gaia shoes that would look really great with it. If you have something a bit higher, brown, kind of like safari vibes, it just gives it more of an elevated safari kind of shishi look. A couple of cuffs. You could do a big statement earring, something gold and bold, slick your hair back, and you got a vibe. And if you're not feeling the belt, or if you just want to switch it up and really add your personal style, I would say to just, add your own belt. Like this Hermes belt bag would look great, tuck this part on the inside and just have that on the outside. That would look really good with this. Okay, so yeah, I was coming out to tell you guys don't buy it, but then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? It looks good. So this is the first item. Keep it in mind, remember, because there's a lot. Like, I have everything laid out in my guest room, so I'm going back and forth. So there's a lot. So this is the dress. Keep it in mind. You see what it looks like on. I've given you all the deets about the fabric. You see the color up close and personal. We've got pockets, the length, all the things. Okay. Let's keep on going. Okay, next I've got this really beautiful dress. It's kind of like in a khaki fabric, cotton, lightweight. So, beautiful dress, as you can see. It's got pockets. Fabric is nice and lightweight, so it feels great. It's perfect for the season. I love the stand-up collar. It also has a tie detail and an opening, and then as you can see, the zipper meets here. I couldn't do the zipper by myself all the way up. Could it go? Yes. Is it a little tight? I wouldn't say it's tight. It's just uncomfortable for me through the shoulders. Not that I'm walking around like this. I know I say that all the time, but it's also the cut. So it's one of those cuts where, you kind of have to stay like this because of the way it's a cap sleeve. Could I get my husband to help me zip it up all the way? Absolutely. Could I actually do it all the way? Yes, but it's a little annoying for me. So I just stopped. I figured, you know what, let me just come out and share with you guys what it looks like. So you can see a bit more fitted. I'm not wearing a padded bra or anything, just a simple bra. The lines are great. A lot of the skirt of the dress is nice and full, and it's a good midi length. It's really pretty, actually. I really like this. The only thing, my reserves with this is a size medium, so I went up a size. So if you're new here, I am a true size small, and the size medium fits. Like, I can't gain weight. I can't, or my breasts can't become bigger or anything, where I can't wear it with a padded bra. So just keep that in mind if you decide to get it. But it's truly a beautiful dress. It's just cut a little bit on the small side, but it's really pretty. Okay, so if you guys remember one of my vlogs, maybe not, one of my Zara hauls, two or so back, I got a very lightweight knit tank top in ivory. kept it, loved it, styled it. You would have seen it. No, it's not in the last outfit of the day video. It's probably in the one coming up. Anywho, needless to say, absolutely beautiful knit tank top. And now I'm back with another one. So this is when I was in the store and I met one of our all-stars, one of our fam, and she was holding it and I was just like, oh my God, it's so good. So I picked it up, and I picked up another one. There's a purple one. The Zara sales associate was like, there's another one. And then like everybody at the store, we were picking up these tank tops. They're so good. I love it. Even, you know, I was going to say maybe not with this skirt, but it's so good. And it's got a little bit of that burgundy like outline with a little bit of like the yellowish beige and then the blue. So good, so good. Anywho, the skirt. This is what I originally got with my order. The fabrics just feel really good. They feel very like natural, and they're very lightweight, and they're easy. And I'm assuming, you know, that's why the price point is so high, because the fibers. So the skirt I got in my true size, which is a size small. If you're new here, I am a true size small, size 4 US. I have more of an introverted triangle shape silhouette, a bit more athletic. So broader here, a little bit more narrow, all of that. So the skirt, it's kind of giving cargo, but you've got that asymmetric hem, pockets, which is a plus. You also have that cargo outside pocket, which is functional, so you can actually put stuff in it. Great fit on the top. A band, and then just the button to hold it in. You can see it fits the bum really well. The pockets on the outside, I think, no, are they real? They're not. Yes, they're real. So you can use a seam ripper to just open it up. But yeah, it's a beautiful skirt. Both pieces look fabulous on, as you can see. And this is how long the tank top goes. So this is actually a size medium. As you can see, it's a perfect fit. So I would say size up. Size up. It has also a lot of give, but if you're anything like me and you just comfort is king, comfort and fit, we can do both. So we don't look at the numbers anymore. We just look at how we want it to fit. Now let's get into the shoes. I also got the shoes from Zara since I had no luck with my Elia pair and the Gianvenitos. So this is what they look like. Finally a pair that's not too small for my feet. This is actually a little too big. So I don't know if I would go down a size or just keep them as is. Well, my toes are not bad. I just took, they just don't have polish on them. I did do them yesterday. I'm just giving a little breather, but yeah, they're great and they're real leather. Yeah. So you see the fit, they're perfect for this season. Being that they're white, they really can work with everything and anything. So when I say they're perfect for spring, summer, they really are. If you are one that you're bothered by a thong, honestly, I don't think this will bother you. Thongs don't necessarily bother me, but this feels like there's nothing on my foot. So it's actually very comfortable and it's nice and cushioned. I don't know if I would go down a size. I think going down a size would be too small, because I'd rather have a little bit of the extra space as opposed to having my foot too, like, you know, right on the cusp of the heel. So yeah. So these are the pieces. There's still more, so we're gonna keep on going. Okay, how friggin' cute is this polo? I'm very much into polos right now. They're just classic, they're fun, they're interesting, and there's so many great versions out. So when I saw this, first of all, it was giving me Christopher John Rogers, so I was like, you know what? Let's pick it up. The knit on this is great. The weight of the knit is great. Oh God, my nail just broke. Ay, ay, ay. Color combination I'm obsessed with. This is just really a beautiful polo top, and it's priced very well. If I'm correct, I think I did a size small. Let's double check. I did a medium. Could I have done a small? Absolutely. Do I mind the medium? No. So it all falls down to how you want it to, you know, fit on your body. How long do you want it to be? If you want it to be slightly longer, then go up a size. But even though I'm a true small, as you can see, the medium looks great. It looks great with these jeans. Get into these jeans. I wore these jeans already. So I picked them up. Didn't see a size 4. So it was almost as if it jumped from a size 2 to a 6. So I did the 6. The cool thing about this is, though, you can wear them low, as I have them low right now, but you could also have them a little higher. in the rise. So notice how it's not really gaping even when I have it higher. It's a little big, but it's not gaping, and I can also wear it with a belt. It was cuffed when I picked it up, but you can just easily let the cuff down if you want to wear it with heels. So I love the versatility. I love the versatility in terms of the length and then the rise. They're just kind of like, they're giving a little bit of a bow, like balloon kind of barrel situation slightly to add more fullness. But yeah, they're a great pair. I love these jeans. Like, I literally wore them the day that I picked them up when I went for dinner. Great fit. Love, love, love. The sweater, you see it. You see both pieces. So now I have quite a few tops left from Zara. So I'm just gonna try on all the tops, and then we're gonna jump into B.Encore and then JLUXLABEL pieces. So yeah, let's keep on going. Okay, so this is the other tank top. This is a size small. So as you can see, it fits, but I would prefer a medium where I know that I have a little bit of extra space or just a little bit more leeway. But if you notice the detail on the strap, I'm lost for words. But so the panels, there's kind of no divide. So they kind of meet there. So I thought that was a cool little detail. And then it is giving kind of racer back without being your traditional racer back. So it still very complements your arms really well. It's just really fitted on the body. So if you don't mind the fitted on the body situation, then, you know, just stick with your size. But I personally, you guys know, I prefer when things are a bit more billowy, not too tight, because nobody wants to be restricted in their clothes. And then this is a jacket that I also picked up in store. I was looking at it online. It comes in red, if I'm correct, as well, and then also in black. But you know, I love white pieces because I just feel like they're just so versatile and work with so much. This is a size small, which is my true size. Would I have preferred one size up? Yes. Do I need the size up? No, but just kind of, you know, it's all preference when it comes to fashion and how you want things to fit on your body. So let's eliminate that purple. There we go. That's the look. Let me step back so you guys can see this. Yes. So you see, this was the vision. When I picked up the jeans, I saw the jacket. I'm like, that's gonna look so good together. And it does. So I would say for the jacket, do your actual size. So stick to your normal size. Don't go down a size or don't go up. It looks really good, especially with the jeans, right? And then with the white pair of pumps or just something with a little bit of height. Let the hem go down so it could be a little, you know, longer and just kind of sweep the floor a little bit. That's kind of how you want to wear this look if you're going to do it with a jacket like this. So see that? It looks so good. Yes, okay. I actually really like this jacket. I didn't think I was going to like it as much. Mind you, it caught my attention and there was a reason why. And then with the jeans, and then let's see, let's give you guys a look. Let's give you guys a look. Oh, a look means both shoes, not one shoe. Okay, let's see. My sisters are messaging me, but I'm trying to like do this real quick so I can go eat. Right? Is this not an outfit? Like, how cute are we? Yes, okay. I'd probably just wear like an ivory tank top, so under it, or a white tank top. So if I move, like that's what you see. And then no belt because we just want it to hang off the body and look like we didn't try, even though there was thought. There's always thought put into an outfit. This is cute. Okay, okay, okay. Jacket, Zara. Yeah, she's a look. She is a look. Okay, Zara. Okay, before we go into B.Encore, I wanted to show this top that I got from Musetopia. Absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this in this beautiful yellow knit. So I tend to wear a lot of knits for the spring, summertime, just because they're breathable. They still look very well put together and they're usually done pretty good. So this particular one is gorgeous. And as you can see, it looks great with the jeans. Fabric on this is great. It's not too heavy. It's lightweight enough. Can I get away with not wearing a bra? I could. I do see a little bit of nipple action happening, so I could always just wear a strapless or just some tape to hold up the girls. But yeah. As you can see, it's perfect color for the season. They look great with the Zara jeans. I love. Okay, now let's get into the other pieces because there's still a lot more to go. This next dress is from B.Encore and it's so beautiful, so ladylike. I'm obsessed. The fabric, it's almost as if there's a bit of a stretch in there. So it just hugs the body really well. And it snatches the waist. There's also like a gold hook detail on the zipper. So I love that detail. I love this boat neck collar. So that'll look great with a statement earring or a choker. But I think for me personally, I would keep it bare. But I just love the way it's giving me a bit more of a waistline. And then you've got this panel or this piece here that gives me more hips. So someone like me who's very straight, this is a great silhouette. There's also slits on the side. So I would definitely wear this for work, church, brunch. Stay tuned because I will be styling this one. So pretty. I love. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, so these next two pieces, I am completely obsessed with them. I do think I might ask for a bigger size in this pussy bow blouse just because I have a little bit of gaping here on the bust and I'm not wearing a bra that is padded or anything. So, and you guys know I just like billowy. So this is a good fit. I would just need to put a snap there. So this happens in a lot of shirts or pin it, but I would prefer a medium just because this is a small. That way I have a little bit more extra room. Instead of just tying a bow, I just wrapped one side around the neck, having it go back and then bringing one piece to the front just to add a bit more interest and make it look more me. So that's the top, beautiful. It also comes in a blush pink color, if I'm correct. But can we have a moment for the pants? First of all, I love any kind of sailor cut. I just think they're classic. They truly stand the test of time. Are these pockets real? They are real. Yes, they are real. That's so good. Okay, you've got the pockets with the button detail, but they're real pockets, so that's a plus. Fits like a glove. We love that. And it's nice and long. I have my little UGG platforms on, so you can see the length. We've got the fullness, and we've got movement. It also falls really well on the bum, which is a plus. We like that. Nice and high in the rise. I will be wearing this with tank tops, the works. Like, it's not just for work or dressed up. So just make sure you are watching my Outfit of the Day series because that's where you'll see the multiple ways I will style these pants. Shout out to B.Encore for sending these pieces because I'm obsessed. Wait till you see the pieces from JLUXLABEL. They're also so good. I know I'm not making it any easier for you guys, but this is just showing you what's out there for spring. So that way you show up looking fabulous, darling. But yes, we're obsessed. We're obsessed. I just love the sheen. I'm so mad at those John Benito Rossi sandals because if they did fit, this would be perfect. Absolutely perfect with a pair of white shorts or anything, even this bottom with those shoes. I'm so salty. So next up, we've got this top from JLUXLABEL. I'm so happy it fits and I'm so happy it's doing what it needs to do because I got it in black as well. I'm not going to bother trying it on because the fit should be the same. It is the same. It's the same top. It's so pretty. You guys see the fit. It looks so good on. And I put it on with these pants because this is definitely something I would wear together. 100% wear it together. I'm obsessed. And just picture it in black too, doing the same thing. And the hue in the black is gorgeous, darling. It's just a nice strong black. So yeah. We love. So next is this beautiful top from JLUXLABEL. I'm obsessed with it. So that's what the back looks like. Let me see, did I put it on properly? Yeah, you get the gist of what the back looks like. So there's an elastic band that just kind of runs through. You just have to straighten it, you know. Once you straighten it and it lays flat, it's pretty comfortable. And then you can just adjust the ruching to cover any nipple action or whatnot. But if I'm correct, I did get this top in my true size. Let me double check on that. The information will be there. I'm a true small, so either way, if it's not the true size, if it's not a small, that means I size up, and if it's a small, then it's true to size. The skirt I did end up sizing up, and it is a little big, but it's absolutely stunning. But it's not too big in the sense where I wouldn't wear it this way or I would want to go up a size. It's comfortable, right? So that's what I mean when it's too big. Is there a little bit of elastic in there? Not really, but there's give. So it's very comfortable. Definitely a little bloated right now, so keep that in mind. I normally would have done a size small, but clearly, to accommodate the bum and the bloating, went up a size. So in case afterwards, if I decide that, you know what, it's just too big or I've lost weight, I would probably taper it or just wear it lower on the hips. So there's always a workaround. So I could probably do this on the hips right now, but I would prefer it a higher rise in the waist. So keep that in mind, depending on what your style is, how you like to wear items. If you go up a size, it might be too big on the waist, but then you can also wear it on the hips. So if you want to just wear it lower on your hips, then go up a size. If you want it to be my normal natural waist, stick with your true size. Okay, so this next dress is absolutely stunning. As you can see, you got the little dip in the back, and it's a little longer in the back, so you have a high-low situation happening here. There's slits on both sides. It is lined also, so it's nice and comfortable. The dress kind of glides on the body, and it's got good movement, which is what we like. I also love this chain detail that kind of holds, the halter together. There are no zippers to get in and out, so I just kind of stepped in. The only thing that I'm a little abrasive, or not even abrasive, I just need to make sure I let you guys know in case you decide to get this, is that I went with my true size, which is a size small. I am not very hippie, but I've got a bum, so that kind of balances me out. And it is a little fitted, not tight, but I feel it around the hips. Hence, it's hard to explain. It's almost as if it stops here. If your hips would hold something up and then it drapes. So that's what it's feeling like. I probably would have preferred going up a size just so that I don't feel that stop, or I don't know if you can see a bit of a fold. It's not so obvious. It's more so a me fit. And just kind of the way I like dresses like this to glide on the body as opposed to stopping anywhere. But it does, it's firm through the hips, which technically as it should be, and then it just falls down. So it's not really a bias cut, but it is. But there are more panels at the back. So I think that's what's really causing that, because the way the panel goes in here, so that's making it more singed at the waist, hence it's more fitted through the hips. So keep that in mind. If you are a hippie, I would say go up a size. I personally wouldn't, because, at least for me, then it would be too big on the side and I would have too much side cleavage. But this is a good fit. I wouldn't go up a size for me, but I'm telling you guys what to expect if you're hippie and you get this dress. But yeah, also too, I'm 5'6", 5'5.5", I rounded up. And would I wear this with heels? Yeah, I still could get away with heels with it, especially because the back is long. But I think for me, I would probably like a dressier flat, so maybe a gold sandal or something. Yeah, but yeah, she's very pretty. She's giving me I'm on vacation, or I'm just going out during the summertime, meeting up with friends. I can make it casual by wearing it with a very simple strappy sandal, and I can dress it up if I did some gold to complement this halter situation. So yeah, we love that. We love the versatility. It's the versatility for me. Oh, I was going to say too, this top would look good with that fringe skirt. I was just looking at that now and I'm like, Anywho, guys, I hope I didn't scream too loud. Those are the pieces that I got from Zara. Let me know, what are we keeping? What are we returning? All the things. So first up, the yellow dress. Is that a keep? For me, if you have somewhere to wear it to and you feel like it's perfect, absolutely go for it. I feel like the things from that collection usually sell out. But if you're like me, where you have tons of clothes, you don't necessarily need anything, and I don't have any particular in mind, I would wait for sale. That's me. You know your lifestyle, so keep your lifestyle in mind. And then after that, the brown dress. The brown dress, I really, really love it. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually torn on that one. I couldn't say wait for sale. I'm torn between keep and wait for sale. Excuse me. But I'm definitely leaning more towards keep. I think when the kids come home, I'll have them zip me up. Or ask my husband, and then that'll determine it. But I'm definitely keep or wait for sale. But I do feel like that's one to have. And then we had the tank top, the striped tank top, absolute keep for sure, 100%. The jeans, I already wore them the day I got them. That's a keep for sure. The purple tank top, the lilac and burgundy tank top, that's a return for me. The polo, I say that's a keep for sure at that price point, everything. It's a no-brainer. The sandals, I think those are a keep. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me on the sandals being a keep? The leather is good. It's real leather, very comfortable, good fit. They're a great pair of sandals, especially if you're looking for a nice, white, comfortable pair that you can dress up, dress down. I think that's the pair to have. Absolutely good pair. What else? I think that's it. Everything else was gifted. The B.Encore stuff was gifted. The JLUXLABEL stuff was gifted. The B.Encore, the blouse, I definitely will ask them to send me a size up. Hey, stars. What's up? I have been sick for the last couple of days. Actually, the last time I was feeling okay was when I recorded my bag evaluation. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. And this is the current state of my office and my desk and everywhere. It is a disaster. I haven't cleaned anything just because I have been sick. And yeah, even today, I'm just getting better. But I refuse. I refuse to just have another day sitting down doing absolutely nothing. So I figured, what is the least amount of work I can do? And, carry on my day, but still not overexert my body, because my body truly needs rest. And it made that very loud and clear. And I was doing a little bit of work, even though I was like in my robe or, lying down or in my bed, but I was still getting work done because I had some stuff that I needed to get done, and I'm still behind with emails. But I also decided to put some makeup on. I didn't do a lot. I used that Laura Mercier tinted blur, and it's not sponsored. Yes, they gifted to me, but I like easy, and it was easy. So I did that, and I did a little bit of YSL blush. I also I shared with you guys that new blush that I got, and I'll link everything. I'll basically link the products I use. I did a combination with my eyebrows, and let me know if you guys want a quick little eyebrow tutorial, because I'm very good at eyebrows. I can say that with my chest high. Bless you, baby. I hope I didn't get him sick. Me and my daughter were sick. And then my son too. I don't know if my son gave it to us or if we got it when we went to see the doctor. I don't know. Anywho. But yes, if you guys want an eyebrow tutorial, let me know. But I used for this, it was a quick one. So I got the Anastasia brow pencil brush. I first of all started with that, and it was too faint because I wanted it to look very natural since I don't have heavy makeup on. But then I also went in with L'Oreal's that pencil. I think I might have one here. One moment. I lied. I don't have one here. We'll just link it. And then I just went with that very faintly, because when you go too heavy, it makes it too dark. And it was too faint, so I went in again, and it was too dark. Then I went over it again with just a powder brush. Not a powder brush, but a brush that I would use for powder to make it more realistic. The whole idea is that you want to mimic what God has given you, so your natural eyebrows, and just to fill it in and create a shadow illusion. Yeah, and I do it well every time. I'm going to bring you guys along as I clean a little bit. Even though I'm moving slow motion, I promise it won't be boring. I don't think I have the strength for the bag wall. I feel like that is just like a lot of mind work. A lot of mind work. I gotta show you guys my outfit. It's so cute, right? Okay, it's the full look. Once I put it together, I will Actually, I'll just insert it. Duh. I keep on forgetting that I'm not face to face with you guys and we're not talking like in real time, but I can actually chop things up and put it together. So I'll insert the full look. So have to go out. I'm helping one of my girlfriends. So I don't know if I'll bring you guys along for that because her daughter got into Columbia and we're going to go decorate her room. So that's going to be exciting. I do have something to talk about. We're going to talk about Emma Grede. Bear with me. Let me eat. I met her a while ago. There was an event and I vlogged that, you know, and I don't have a lot of Good America stuff, but I have a few things. If you know me, you know I don't fangirl for anyone. That's just not my personality. I've met so many celebrities or whatever over the years that I know, you know, I really judge people based on how they show up, how they treat other people. That's how I try to, you know, base how much I admire a person. Anywho, cut a long story short, when I had the chance to chat with her, I talked about a particular fabric, scuba fabric, and I think I was wearing a blazer from the brand and it was scuba, and I was like, you know, why did you guys discontinue, you know, scuba or whatever? It's such, you know, great fabric. You guys should be utilizing that more, you know. And she was so knowledgeable in the sense that, because I've met other, you know, celebrities or brand founders who literally don't know shit about their own product. Literally. And nothing turns me off more than someone who literally has no idea about their own product. But she was able to pinpoint the year when, you know, when it was made, why production stopped, what was happening in China in terms of manufacturing, all of that. And I was very impressed. I was impressed because I was like, at that moment, I was like, okay, this woman really knows her stuff. She understands the supply chain. She understands the market. She understands all of it. Because, you know, every now and then you see people, you're like, oh, she's just, you know, she's just winging it. So my sister, so I think after that, you know, how everything listens. Don't be fooled. If you ever think that your phones are not listening or things are not, or if there's any sense of privacy, you're fooling yourself. Let me just put that out there. So, you know, I started getting a lot of like, I think that's around the time when she started her podcast as well. So I started watching it and she had on a lot of guests that, you know, offered a lot of really critical information, especially for someone like me that I'm now trying to start, well, I started my own company or my own brand, but, you know, I'm trying to get it on the ground, trying to make sure it succeeds. Let me also preference, I have no intent, I don't want to be a billionaire. That is me. I'm happy for anyone who does. I was at lunch or brunch a few weeks ago with a friend, and I don't know how the conversation came up, but I was like, I do not want to be a billionaire. She said she does. She's also from an extremely wealthy family. But she's like, she does, but she would want to, you know, give it, you know, use it to help other people. And I'm like, that's admirable. I love that. I do still believe I don't have to be a billionaire to help other people. Let me preference that. But all the people that she brought on, the information, the conversations about money, I haven't taken everything as Bible, but a lot of it has been extremely helpful for me, especially as I try to juggle being a creator and a founder, a mom, and a wife. A lot of it has been very, very helpful. So now that her book has dropped, you know, and I've seen, you know, about 2 clips I feel like are circulating the most. One about working from home, and then one about the 3-hour time frame she gives her kids, and then her nannies help out. And I heard both clips, but then, and you know, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. You know, because I'm like, technically, if you're in the same house with your children and you're not actively involved with them, you're not spending quality time with them. And in honesty, my kids are older now, so I couldn't even tell you how much time I was on the ground with them when they were younger. Now that they're older, shoot, you know, they don't want to hang around. I'm the one begging them to hang out with me. But I'm like, in reality, maybe about 3 hours, you know, after you get, you know, you cook, you clean, you run errands, you do all of that. So I was like, okay, that's, you know, that's actually realistic. That's realistic. It's just there's a number placed on it. And I don't think anyone has ever put a number a number on it. Mind you, this is her reality. She's not saying this should be your reality. That is her reality, the work from home. I work from home. I know a lot of women who work from home now, but also, I'm a little older and my friends are in their 40s as well. But at some point, pretty much almost everyone worked in the office. And then I thought about my friends who are C-suites, corporate people who are killing it. I thought about them. Do they work from home? Are they in the office? Everybody's in the office. And then one of my really good friends who I know she's like very personable. She loves her work environment. Her work environment loves her. She works from home mostly, but before working from home, she was in the office and she made very strong connections with everybody, met from mentorship, and then she still continues to go in. So with all the conversations I've had with them and nobody really pointing out or saying anything about who moves forward in the office place, I could already get a sense that everyone who advances are people who like everyone. Basically you have to be liked. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how hard you work. And that particular scenario like that happened to me where I was, aiming for an assistant manager position. I had the numbers, I did everything. I was pretty much the top performer, but I didn't get it. And of course I was gaslit. This was in my 20s. At the time I didn't think of it. I was just like, oh, okay, because I took everyone's word for their word. That was that, blah, blah, blah. And then the person who got it didn't perform nearly as good as me and definitely wasn't a leader, but he was the bestie of the manager, the regional manager. Needless to say, now that I'm older, now that I'm a little bit more critical when I look at people and their intentions, of course, it's clear as day that he only got the job because of his proximity to the regional manager. And then I had another conversation with my husband prior. One of his friends or a former coworker lost his job, and a friend of his created a position for him, literally. And then other stories. So I'm giving you guys all these different scenarios because I don't understand the conversation or the discourse. A lot of the comments I've read more so read in the sense that that's not true. You should, work from home it's beneficial as this. And I agree. Mind you, I actually think to an extent work from home is a little difficult on you, the individual, because it's hard to stop. I don't stop working because I work from home. And I've been struggling with, separating my personal life from work life and giving myself grace. But needless to say, I don't know how the conversation or how the sound bites got misconstrued. And as someone who listens to her podcast, I've watched her episode with her husband, all of that, I'm like, it's kind of crazy how the conversation went so left. It was people there. I've read people saying that, she's talking down on Black women or this and that. And I'm like, I didn't get that. Am I missing the plot here? In that short clip, did I miss something? I haven't watched her interview with Keke Palmer. I'm probably going to have that play while I'm cleaning up to see if there's something that I missed. But as I've watched her in a lot of episodes, it was always more empowering. It was always more great information. It was always more, this is what I have done, right? And then also too, like I said in the beginning, I do not aspire to be a billionaire. So I'm not going to do everything she has done. I'm going to take the tidbits that I think will work for me and my lifestyle. So I think for me and from all the discourse is I never got a sense that she was saying, this is the right way. She's acknowledging the reality in the workplace in America. Never did she endorse it, but it's the reality. And this is why I am so in a new headspace where I'm just like, we have to do for ourselves. If you do not like the way the system is, you have to manipulate the system to work for you. That's what is that. It's capitalism. So take the system, take parts of the system and make them work for yourself. I will not work myself to the ground because I used to do that and I refuse to do it now. But that's not to say that I'm not going to take advice as an entrepreneur, as a founder, that actually makes sense. Let's not jump on the bandwagon of negativity and miss the point while we do that. Because when we're only listening to what somebody, or who knows, I always say marketing, you never know, good or bad. Marketing is marketing. So who knows whether this is part of the marketing plot to get a negative conversation going? Who knows? I don't know. But I just thought it was wild how negative the conversation went. Even having a conversation with one of my girlfriends, she was like, she has an air to her. She doesn't seem genuine and this and that. And I'm like, she felt very genuine to me. Like, like you don't have to go out of your way to be nice to anybody, I think, in real life. But she seemed pretty genuine. I've watched the show. I've watched her on YouTube and I listened to her podcast. I usually listen to episodes where there are people who are giving advice. And I listen to those when I'm going on walks because they're helpful, and to each their own. But I think the moral of this story, or I think this conversation in general, and the people who got the tidbits or just basing their perception on what someone else said, I would say listen to it. Listen to her on your own first. See if any of it is applicable. And if not, then don't. Or if you're not a founder, if you're not aspiring to be that, then, carry on. But I think it would be, if you are on the career path of success, I want to climb the corporate ladder, I want to do all the things, then you should listen to her because she's in the space. She's speaking from experience. Yes, and it's funny because one of my girlfriends was like, well, she's speaking from a place of privilege. And I'm thinking, bitch, you're privileged too. We all have privilege in one sense or the other. It's all a matter of how will you use your privilege? I think that is the most important thing that we forget. How will you use your privilege? Are you going to use it to advance yourself and to maneuver the system? Or are you just going to sit on it? On one hand, someone's saying she married wealthy, forgetting that she was wealthy or whatever. She grew up wealthy. I actually just read that, her mother was in investments and all of this. And I'm like, this is what she said. She's from East London. Why you try and then so she should be talking. And I'm just like, y'all, people like to twist stories. It's insane. I remember one of my cousins was like, girl, I didn't know this and this and this about you. I'm like, shoot, I didn't know that about me. Because she's meanwhile in Houston and in the midst of some people who didn't know that we were related. And these people are talking about me like they know me. People I don't know. I've dated people I don't know. So needless to say, let's not always be so quick to jump on the negative bandwagon and actually listen, especially if we're going to interject. I think that's probably where I'll leave it because I'm talking too much and I need to save my voice because I'm losing it and I need to clean this room. But anywho, let me know your perspective. If you were offended by, or what, if you were offended, what exactly were you offended by? Or let me rephrase this because I can understand how people have entered the discourse offended. Because a lot of people championing a lot of these conversations are framing it very negatively. So I can understand that. But I would say before you enter the conversation, I would say maybe, watch the whole clip, I guess. And like I said, I'm going to go watch the Keke Palmer clip just in case I'm off or I missed something. Or the Keke Palmer, not clip, actually the whole thing, and listen to it just in case I missed something. But I think, it just like I said, someone who's listened to the podcast quite often, because either that or I'm watching politics and politics just, It's funny because I was walking down the stairs and my husband has the news on and he knows I don't watch the news anymore. I listen to Don Lemon. I love Don. He's so petty and I love it. I feel like the best thing that happened to him was CNN letting him go because he could speak his mind. Mind you, he's also beginning to interject his opinion a little bit. And my thing is, I studied mass communication. When you're delivering the news, your opinions are not supposed to be included. It's supposed to be, here's the news. And I hate that doesn't exist anymore. Mind you, it does exist more so in a lot of other not European countries in general that are outside of America. But anywho, I was gonna say something I can't remember. Oh shoot, I literally can't remember. I was like, oh, perimenopause. Anywho, I was gonna say before you jump in, I remembered it came back. Before jumping into this discourse, I would say maybe watch a few of her podcasts. But I think it'll be hard now because I feel like when you slap a negative connotation on somebody, it kind of sticks until you can prove yourself otherwise, and it's usually hard. But like I said, just I feel like you guys are here. You trust me to an extent. You guys know that I try not to be negative. I try to look at things. I try to step outside the box. And anybody who studies sociology, you know that you're supposed to step outside of the box and look inside as opposed to manipulating or giving your opinions or whatever. And that's what I try to do. That's how I try to live my life. The only thing that doesn't get my grace are when I listen to some people talk about politics, I'm just like, yeah. I can't wrap my head around the stupidity of it. But in this scenario, I would say if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a founder, if you want to be a billionaire, because although I don't want to be, or I don't aspire to, there are a lot of people who do. In the millions, that's a different story. If you aspire, if you want to have a successful business, if you want to listen to some of the negative things that have happened, or maybe not even negative, or some of what we would normally consider failures for other entrepreneurs, for other business owners, she does a great job of having those conversations, and that way you get to understand what to avoid. That way you get to understand how to communicate. There's just so many little tidbits that I've gotten that seem so obvious. But anywho, I would say watch a few of her podcasts first. Hey stars, so I am on a panel. I'm speaking at an event. It's Melanin and Mimosas. So I am not late, but I wanted to be very early, and that's not looking like it's going to happen. I do not believe I will be very early, but the show must go on. I was gonna do my Lagos pearls, but I think the Chanel ones are a bit more interesting. My office is still a disaster. I haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet, but the show must go on. Still kind of recovering, not fully myself just yet. But like I said, the show must go on. If you guys remember this fabulous denim dress from a haul that I did a while back. Well, not a while back, actually. Very recent haul. I know I put a lot on. I actually put some in my belt, too. So that was Initio's Oud for Greatness. And then I'm topping it off with Perfumes de Marly Oriana, my favorite, because I haven't used her I haven't used her, actually, in a in a while. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put that shit on. Yeah, I decided to just slip my hair back because I get really hot, and when I get hot, I'm finding that my hair just starts to grow. It has a mind of its own. So I figured, you know what? The best way to camouflage any nervousness is if I just have my hair in a slick back. Whatever shoes I'm wearing tonight, honestly, or this afternoon, don't matter. I think I'm gonna go for comfort. I think I'm just gonna do these Fenties. I was gonna do flats, but the dress is really long, so I think I need a little bit of height. Let's see what that looks like. I don't normally share my get ready process with you guys, so I'm like, let's do that. Let me bring you guys along my thought process of like rushing to get ready and still try to look fabulous and not sweat or anything. Because God knows when you're late, it's hard to be what's it called? It's hard to be calm. Even though I'm not late, I just want it to be really early. Actually, let me put on a microphone. I went out all day yesterday, which was supposed to be my day of cleanup and everything. And I realized afterwards that I had my microphone on literally for hours. Like just hanging out with my friends and helping my girlfriend and her daughter put up, I don't even know what it's called, but she got admitted to Columbia, and she wanted to there's this thing apparently where you just go ham on a room and just put like stuff from the school. So that's what we did yesterday. And then we went to the mall. I needed to return something to H&M only to find out that there's no H&M at the mall we went to. So it was just one of those days, but it was still good times. And I had a microphone on the whole time. Let's see, is this one connected? I don't even think it's connected. Anyhow, I don't have time to do all of that other stuff, so I'll just talk close to you guys. I'm pretty much done at this point because this was part of the reason why I went with this particular outfit. I just got these glasses. They're called, the packaging is so nice. It's a melted lens. I love the packaging. Where's the box? Here's the box. He sent me this beautiful box. That's the outside of the box. The lens case and the cleaners, I'm assuming, in there. Travel case, which I'll use, and then some other goodies, but just really good packaging. Yeah, I thought this would look so cool. Oh, it does look cool. Yes, I'm gonna wear it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it. I know it's contrasting a little bit or with my earrings, but I feel like it's fun and it's personality. So that's what it's looking like. Now, do I do a bag or not? I might just do my I might just do my Dior book tote. That way I don't have to bother about a bag because I'm on a panel, so it doesn't matter. But I could also carry this Dior bobby because it's got the denim. And then that way it all just is a denim moment. And it's fun. And it's kind of casual because I'm not 100% sure of the vibe of this event, so I wanted something that could go both ways. The Dior bobby, the finish and the leather is really good, so I'm assuming I won't have any issues with the transfer of the dark denim. But yes, this is the look. I'm not doing more than this. I'm already running somewhat late, but yeah, I'll see you. I'll definitely share clips of it, but yeah, this is what I'm wearing for the event. I'm definitely not going to wear it on my shoulders. I'll just have it this way. 5 stars.
His name is, his business goes by Astro Bias Beat, so he sponsored these dresses for the Style Corner segment.
Hello, beautiful ladies. My name is Sybil. I recently opened up my own business in January. I'm a nurse practitioner. I opened up my own aesthetic business. Thank you guys. I guess my question to you, as all of you guys are high-powered women, have multiple roles, what systems have you guys put in place to help you guys just streamline your life to some degree, like to make it just easier? Is there anything in particular that you guys can share with us?
For me, one of the most important things that I've done and what I realized is that I have to plan. Because when you don't plan, not planning is planning to fail. So I plan everything. I plan my calendars in advance. I plan my content calendars a month in advance. I plan my business 5 years out and then work backwards. I plan. I use AI. I know as much as we all hate AI, it's not going anywhere. Utilize AI, use ChatGPT, and then use Claude to correct ChatGPT and vice versa, because it is also a computer and they are not 100%, nor are they really smart. You actually just have to feed them the information and tailor it to your lifestyle. So utilize as many organization tools that are around you. Look at your calendar in advance. Be realistic with your time. Do not give yourself too much to do, because then you will fail and then you beat up on yourself. So prepare yourself to succeed by planning in advance. Hey stars. Okay, how fabulous was that event? You would have seen little snippets. Hopefully we got pics of me actually having a conversation and everything else, because I forgot to set up my tripod. I forgot to ask anybody, but somebody did take some clips. So yes, you guys would have seen all of that, but it was an amazing event. I love talking about business and social media and all of that. So it was great. It was really fun. I got to meet some of my all-stars. What's up to all the all-stars that are from YouTube that came up to me and said hello. Yeah, so more speaking events to come. I have 2 more scheduled in the next 2-3 weeks. So yes, but anywho, we're back home. As you guys can see, I've changed real quick. I still have these mitten glasses. Oh, also, I'm not gonna glance over the fact that I changed. So I had no idea there was a color situation happening. Yeah, that was my bad. I don't know if it was my bad. I don't think, well, if I'm being honest, I don't think I ever really looked at the full invitation. So I was just like, oh my God, here I am in blue. Everybody else is wearing blush and earth tones. But luckily, one of the vendors that was there, B.Encore, I've been working with them. I'm working with the brand, and the owner is also a friend. And I was like, you know what? You're here. Let me wear your brand. So I just ended up changing and put on her jumpsuit. I mean, how gorgeous was the jumpsuit? The fit was immaculate. I wasn't sure how it was going to fit, but it was perfect. Anywho, my girlfriend is in town from Toronto, and today is her birthday. So we are going to go to, she wanted to do a crab boil, I think that's what it's called. I've never done one before, but you know, when they're eating all the lobster and all of that. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I wanted to do a shishi poo poo restaurant. I wanted to do Le Colonial because that's my go-to spot. But she wanted to do this, and I was going to go and meet her because I changed back into my beautiful denim gown that you guys would have seen. But she's like, girl, it's casual. So I changed. So I'm finally wearing my Kai Collective tank top. Can I tell you, this is probably one of the most comfortable tank tops I have worn, and the fabric is amazing. I'm still getting ready here. I'm fixing the jeans. These jeans are new. So I'm not sure if that would have probably happened. I'm not sure if that's happening in this video or prior, but I was at Zara. I actually went in store and I saw a lot of good stuff. And I met some of you all-stars too. What's up? So the jeans were meant for the Zara haul. And I don't know if it's going to be part of this or not. By the time this goes live and I'm editing, we would have determined that. But I was gonna keep them for the haul, but then I was just like, you know what? Those jeans would look so good with my Kai Collective tank top that I'm finally wearing for the first time. I picked it up at a sample sale that they had here in Atlanta. So this is the look so far. I've got the jeans on and they fit so well. They look great. I'm wearing my Hermes belt bag because we're trying to get the cost per wear. If you guys haven't watched my bag evaluation video, you need to watch it because, yeah, we're getting very honest in terms of why do we have all these bags. And then I'm wearing my Chanel Dad sandals. They're old, but you know, they're still a vibe. They're comfortable enough and it's hot outside. So these are the Zara jeans. This is the look. And then I'm gonna probably just put my jacket on. This is the Zara jacket that, you know, has kind of been my go-to. I was gonna return it and I'm so happy I didn't because I have been wearing this nonstop. You would think I have no other jackets or anything else, but it's been a go-to for me. Actually, I might just, let's see. Oh, it looks good like this. It's very hot outside, so I more than likely won't be wearing the jacket, but, you know, we'll keep it anyways. I'll just wear it this way. Do I wear it this way? Actually, let's see what it looks like over the shoulders. It's actually very hot outside, so I really don't need a jacket per se. And I love the way my arms look. So I might just do this instead. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna wear my Dior Bobby same bag. Anyway, I'll see you guys at dinner. Yeah, I love it. Girl, you know I was doing all that without recording. My bad. One time for the birthday, girl. Hey. Hey stars. Okay, so the day is almost done. My daughter brought me apples with peanut butter, which is a great snack I'm loving. And as you can see, I have not done my bag wall. So I'm gonna just put stuff away real quick and then I guess we'll just end it out from there. So, you know, I got a little bit of protein. Now I feel like I can work again. Also, can we have a moment for the natural light coming into my office right now? What time is it? About 6:30. Amazing. I wish it was always like this in here. Okay, so as you guys saw, I did a quick fix to my bag wall. I didn't do anything drastic. I didn't change anything. I was going to give you guys like a little pan out, but I guess I'll just do that while I talk. Pretty much everything is the same with the exception of the few pieces that were removed. Someone left a really good comment when I did my bag evaluation, and she said to give the Fendi first one more shot and to just get it fixed instead of getting rid of it. And I kind of agree, because I do feel like when it comes back again, which it always does, Fendi, every brand does, I'm going to be pissed off that I got rid of it, especially because it's my very first Fendi first. And it's such a great neutral, basically. So many great outfits. It's still a great bag. So I'm going to keep it. But pretty much everything is the same. Some parts I added a little bit more. So it's a little fuller than, but it's not as full as it used to be. Because before it was just a shit show. It was like someone just vomited bags in the wall. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess it was just the look at the time. But now I'm just like, everything has to be intentional. It just has to have somewhat of an artsy kind of feel and vibe to it. So I would say this shelf is pretty much the same. The sunglasses are usually the newer additions. I just added these 12 p.m. studios here. This pair is Travel Eye. And shifted this around. I took one of the bags off, and then it's a lot cleaner down here. There were more stuff there. I can't even remember. I think the Fendi first was there, but just, just little differences. Nothing big. I added these Celine's there. This one is a new addition. This is going to my husband. I don't know why I have it here, but it still looks good on display. Added the Brandon Blackwood to the wall. If you watch my bag evaluation, you'll know what I mean. And if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you check it out, because I'm very honest with myself. And it's extremely difficult. I didn't think it would be so hard to actually go through your bags and really determine what's serving your current style. And I'm happy I did that with you guys, because y'all keep me honest. So next up, we're going to do the sunglasses. We're definitely doing sunglasses, and we're going to do shoes. Shoes and sunglasses will be very hard, because even when things are not trending, sunglasses are somewhat avant-garde. Same thing with bags. You could always bring them out. It doesn't really matter what's trending, really. It's all about but let me rephrase that. If you're like me and you're in the fashion space, or you're just a fashion girly, you're a fashion baddie, you love your fashion, and you want to always feel current and new and fresh, I would say hold on to your classic pieces and just style them to make them modern, new, and fresh, right? And you can do that with sunglasses. You can do that with shoes. There are some shoes that are just really dated, I find. But this is why I always advocate to go for more avant-garde pieces, more unique pieces, because they always stand the test of time. It doesn't matter what's trending. It doesn't matter what's happening. If the proportions are good, if it's not too over the top, you can always just kind of sneak it in with what's current and what's trending. So keep that in mind. Anywho, this is it. This is the wall. My office is clean again. Yay. Yeah, I feel like I can end my day with a smile on my face, because I have achieved. I'm done. The work is done. All right. Bye, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the vlog in general, all the different moments. Do you want to see me in more speaking events? Let me know. Oh my God, have you guys ever had a scenario where you went to an event only to get there and there's a dress code and you completely miss the mark, you miss the memo. Let me know if I'm the only one that's happened to, or if that's happened to you as well. Luckily, one of the vendors, you know, was B.Encore, so I just put on their jumpsuit and I made it work. So we thank God for that. What else happened? Good times, shrimp boil. Have you guys done that before? Are you a first time? I know everyone has told me I need to try it in New Orleans, and I was supposed to do that the last time I was in New Orleans for Essence Fest. So maybe this year if I go, I'll give it a shot. But what else? I can't remember. It was just a fun vlog. I'm happy you guys watched it to the end. I'm happy you stuck through everything. I'm happy you're going to chime in and we're going to chat about what to, keep, save, or return. Keep, save is the same thing. Keep, return, or wait for sale. And then let me know. Let's get that conversation going about Emma Grede. Did you guys agree with me? Let's talk about it. Anywho, guys, if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me. It's Odd by Monty. Tons of style inspo, the business of fashion, my CEO founder diaries, all the things. Me checking in on you guys every week. Speaking of which, I need to do that because I haven't done it yet this week. What else? Follow me on TikTok. My Get Ready With Me's, fit checks, all of the things are there on TikTok. It's also Odd by Monty. Make sure you check out my brand, Awella by Monica. Big things are coming. Just going to leave it at that. And if you haven't gotten the Agile wallet yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure you get it. It is that girl. It will keep you organized. It'll keep you in check and stylish because we love a stylish organization tool. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, stars.